First opened way back in 1924, but renovated in 2002. There's a look inside venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Detroit Lions and the Chicago Bears. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. This will make it into the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. Not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. Okay, there's a tone setter. First play from scrimmage. Stuff him in the backfield.
You know what they were doing last night in the hotel room? Visualizing exactly that. That's what they were thinking about. Making that play, having leverage, lower than the offensive lineman, getting into the offensive backfield, knocking someone down. Just what you said, setting the tone early for this game.
Jeez, you are fired up.
When I see a play like that, I can't help it.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 12 yards there and a first down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. They will run for the first time with David Montgomery. It's the Pro Bowler Jamie Collins that makes the stop. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
2nd and 9 from the 44.
Watch the curve. Switch.
Trubisky gives to Cohen, and he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Back-to-back 1-yard runs here, so that leaves them with a 3rd down and 8.
Well, now they're in a spot that every team tells us when we have our production meetings they don't want to be in, 3rd and long, and that's because those back-to-back running plays just didn't accomplish a whole lot.
Lock in.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They'll run for the first time with DeAndre Swift. Fights through, and now a crease. He's at the 40. Past the 20. Touchdown, Detroit. DeAndre Swift. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are going to take a first-quarter lead. And with his speed, if he just finds the slightest crease, he can take it the distance like he did there.
How about the leverage up front? Offensive line out-leveraging the defensive front to create that space, that crease that he was looking for. And once he hits open field, he's going to be very difficult to catch and corral.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This will make it into the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
Yeah, we dominate today.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down. Out of the gun, Trubisky. Open man here is Foster. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 11 yards there, first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Trubisky throwing complete to Komet, the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 27 yards there, a first down.
But they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 26-yard line. That is caught inside the 5. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Anthony Miller, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Bears can grab the lead with the extra point. He's got it, and they take the lead at 7-6. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11 now. A shotgun snap for Stafford. They'll find Swift out of the backfield. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Out of the gun, Stafford. He's got his man, T.J. Hawkinson. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. It's the first time that they've looked his way tonight, and he comes up with a first down on the play.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. So into their territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 41. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They go back to the ground, this time Swift. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Stafford going to give it to Swift. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, a 1-point game, 7-6. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. And he's going to take this down close to a first down at about the Bears' 15-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now a carry for Swift. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
On 3rd down, here comes Swift. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
And his kick is good. And they jump back in front here. It's 9-7. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. when you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in second and long yardage.
This time, Trubisky will throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Chicago. Darnell Mooney, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Bears have retaken the lead. And he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing football cleats or track spikes? Because he was gone. Big-time play. And just think about what that does if you're a receiver on the team with him. Well, that's got to open things up for you as well, because if I'm a defense, I've got to get back deeper and deeper in order to keep him in front. But I'm not sure how many can actually keep him in front with that speed.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Jamal Agnew now to return it. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, here's Stafford. Looking deep, and the defense loses him. It's complete. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Marvin Hall, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are once again going to retake the lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side. I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a 1st down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Escaping the pressure right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. This is Cohen. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
51 to Mike, boy, 51. Let's go, G. Let's go.
From the gun on third down, it's Trubisky. And that will be incomplete. It was Desmond Trufant right there, step for step in coverage.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
And you can't do it much better than that. This ball kicks out of bounds at the 4-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. From his own goal line, Stafford. He goes full extension, and he's got it. A really nice gain of 25 yards. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. On first down, Stafford here. That's complete to DeAndre Swift out of the backfield. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Tackle was made by Joel Iyiegbuniwe.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
Faking the give to Johnson. Now it's Stafford. And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about. Something we're seeing more of with the rise of the run-pass option. A legal man downfield, and that's going to back him up. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll run here with Swift. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Ready, 32.
Operating from the gun, Stafford. That's complete to Swift out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From the gun, here's Swift. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on third down. Now Johnson. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. And when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So we've come to halftime in a 5-point game. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. This will make it into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
On second down, Swift. And he'll get this one up to the 26. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Throwing on third down, Stafford. He's going to wind up and air it out. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it, and his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their
defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. The 20. Touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen with touchdown number 8 on the year as his guys are able to regain the lead. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Now Trubisky will lead the Bears up to go for 2. They'll try and run it here. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. On second down, here's Stafford. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. So a big chunk of yardage will be marked off there for that PI call.
And now you know why receivers and the guys throwing the ball, they like to collaborate and just heave it up sometimes because you can get these types of calls that go against the defense. Pass interference, and they gain over 30 yards of real estate on that one.
Stafford throwing quickly, complete out wide, and he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs as we just saw there.
great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now, hotly contested in the third quarter. Now a throw here on second down, and that's complete. And first down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. On first down, Swift, and just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
They'll stay on the ground with Swift.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
On third down, Swift. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. 3rd and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. First down.
And the Lions first down.
On first down at Stafford. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Marvin Hall with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year, as his guys have now moved out in front.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Off the play fake, here's Trubisky. Got an open man, it's Foster. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A good pickup there at 22. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Trubisky. That is caught by Cohen. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. From the shotgun is Trubisky. He'll let it go deep for Foster. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. Excellent placement. And off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determined that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. So, what do they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how do they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
Oh, that's you, partner. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Once again, it's Swift. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down.
No gain on the play. And it's third down.
Set. 180.
Now a toss for Swift left side. Swift is hit, and he coughs it up. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they're going to get the football just outside the 10 at the 11-yard line.
Well, that sure started out as a good example of what they call backed up or coming out on offense, meaning you're backed up close to your own goal line. Big-time emphasis on practicing that to try and create some room at no less to give the punter a chance to kick the ball away. It means take care of the ball, try and create some space. They were doing that, and the ball comes free.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here's 2nd and 2 now from the 3. Again, it's Cohen, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on third down. They try again with Cohen. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Tariq Cohen. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. And that will tie our game here in the third quarter. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
But defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They run out the gun with Swift. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Back now at Soldier Field. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. The Lions on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, Stafford. And this one taken in by Cephas. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a 1st down.
1st down, Lions.
Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. So we come up here on 1st and 10. Now it's Swift. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Akeem Hicks that time on the tackle.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
From the 40 now on second down. Stafford is going to find his running back. It's complete. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
That was well defended, and while it was a completion, it resulted in a loss of yardage. It's really, really hard for a running back to think to himself, I probably should have just dropped it and saved the yardage. It goes against the entire training that he's had his whole career.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. How big is that penalty? Wipe out the INT.
You'd hate to be the teammate that caused that penalty and wiped out the interception. You got to face that guy in the locker room. Not a lot of fun for you, and you hurt your squad.
This is Swift on the counter. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. They'll keep it on the ground. Swift. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. The Lions on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Operating from the gun. Stafford. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the 4th quarter and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And the question, can they turn that interception into points? A tie game for the moment in the 4th quarter. They'll start things on first with Tariq Cohen. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Quick pass out to Miller. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Trubisky gives to Cohen. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
They go play action. Trubisky. And this will be caught by Mooney. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
This will be caught inside the 10. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. Now they'll run it with Cohen, and he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Cohen. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Bears have broken the tie. He's got the hat trick now of rushing touchdowns. Also has his team the advantage.
And I'm looking at it 2 ways here. If I'm on defense, I don't care what they do now. I commit as many people as it takes to slowing him down running the football. Even if they want to hit me over the top on play action, I just don't let him beat me that way anymore. And if I'm him, I'm in the huddle calling the plays myself. I don't care what play call comes in. I tell my quarterback, guess what? You're handing it to me again.
And if I'm the quarterback, I'm saying, okay, that sounds good, right?
Smart quarterback.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Stafford with a play fake to Swift, and he'll set to throw. And he'll find Hall. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 15 yards for the Lions there on a 1st down. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. 1st down, and he gets out of bounds.
They have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and then completions to use the clock.
Stafford delivers this to Hockenson. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a 1-score game. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now Stafford. Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this when I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top of the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Back to throw. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Back to the running game with Swift. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Inside of a minute to go now. 2 timeouts left. Still in pretty good shape.
I think they're in excellent shape here if they use the timeouts judiciously and use the sideline as an additional timeout.
And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up 3rd down. 3rd and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that
And it's caught. It's a touchdown. So they rally here in the final minute, and they're an extra point away from tying this game.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play, but if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Here's Trubisky. Open man here is Foster. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like right at the 40. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Play action. It's Trubisky. And he's going to have the connection to Foster. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They go play action with Trubisky. That's complete to Mooney. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Play action. Now Trubisky. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Komet. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. From the red zone now, here's Trubisky on 1st down. The screen pass here to Cohen. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left.
First and goal at the 8-yard line.
So this is certainly a tough test here in the early career of the rookie kicker. His first attempt of the night here, and it's a big one. It's for the win. Now flags come in before the kick. Clearly there was contact. Who was at fault? So it was the defense that jumped, and that'll move them 5 yards closer.
I wonder how they did it. What if they twitched a little bit up front, a little subtle head movement that the officials didn't detect, but they got it done. Now they're 5 yards closer for their field goal attempt.
And his kick is good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. He hasn't missed a kick all year. Why would he start now?
That's a great question, isn't it? Well, maybe because that was the most nerve-wracking kick he had to attempt all year, but he knocked it through just like it was an easy chip shot.